The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
We live, baby.
And we live. Good evening and welcome to another YVMC podcast. As you can see, it's going to be ladies' night tonight, y'all.
Yes, it's ladies' night.
Okay. Okay. So we missed hanging with you guys last week and hope each and every one of you enjoyed the 4th of July. You know, it will be negligent of me and us to not give you some facts about the holiday our country just celebrated. So annually, on the 4th of July, our nation celebrates the signing of the Declaration of Independence following the American Revolutionary War against Great Britain. The primary author of the Declaration of Independence was Thomas Jefferson, and he would later serve as the nation's 3rd president.
Now, another mover and shaker during the American Revolution was John Adams. He would serve as the first vice president and 2nd president of the United States. And at the center of this revolution was the institution of slavery. Gaining freedom was the strongest motive for black slaves who joined the Patriot or British armies. Now, American slave owners encouraged their slave to enlist in the war with promises of freedom, but many were put back into slavery after the conclusion of the war. Free blacks may have had been drafted or enlisted at their own violation. Now, also, according to research, there are 9,000 blacks functioning in both combative and supportive roles on the U.S. side of the war. Of the 9,000 black soldiers, 5,000 were combat-dedicated troops. The average length of time in service for an African-American soldier during the war was 4.5 years, with many serving for the whole 8-year duration, which was 8 times longer than the average period for white soldiers. Meaning, white soldiers served for approximately 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, in contrast with the U.S., more than 20,000 escaped slaves joined and fought for the British Army because of Dunmore's proclamation. John Murray, 4th Earl of Dunmore, I have a photo of him, the royal governor of the British colony.
Governor.
I'm sorry.
Governor, the royal governor of the British colony of Virginia, wrote a proclamation declaring martial law and promising freedom for slaves of American revolutionaries who left their owners and joined the royal forces. Now, this publication promoted a flood of slaves from both Patriot and Loyalist owners to run away and enlist with Dunmore. During the course of the war, between 80,000 and 100,000 slaves escaped from plantations. Now, following the legal separation of the 13 U.S. colonies from Great Britain, John Adams wrote a letter to his wife, Abigail, stating the day the Declaration of Independence was signed would be celebrated by succeeding generations and ought to be commemorated as the day of deliverance by solemn acts of God Almighty. Well, all right.
Okay, now.
President Adams further wrote that the American Revolution, the war between the U.S. and Great Britain, should be celebrated with shows, parades, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward and forevermore. Despite the conflicting opinions with respect to what the 4th of July really represents, John Adams' foreshadowing of how Americans would celebrate for generations to come without regard for true independence was right on point. AKA, we out here fireworks shooting everything, celebrating July 4th like it's no tomorrow.
Okay. You know, I find it so funny how, like, the first thing that, like, people say to you, like, as an African American is, well, we fought for your freedom. What, for 1 year?
Thank you so much. Thank you. That 1 year counts, guys. Thank you.
You just wanted some health care.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You needed it.
Anyway, by a remarkable coincidence, Thomas Jefferson, we call him TJ for short sometimes. No, we don't.
Young TJ.
And John Adams, the only two signatories of the Declaration of Independence, later to serve as presidents of the United States. Coincidentally, both died on the same day, which was July 4th, 1826, and that was the 50th anniversary of the Declaration.
Wow.
Yeah. Was it really?
And he actually wasn't the only one. Although he didn't sign the Declaration of Independence, James Monroe, another founding father who was also elected president, died on July 4th as well, but of 1831. He was actually the third founding president to die on the anniversary of America's independence.
So, all right now.
Now, you know, we dropping all this knowledge on this young buck, and we gotta give her a moment to take it in, and then of course we want to introduce
our young boys.
We need to introduce ourselves. Hello. We're slipping on our pippin', man. We gotta start with her.
We gotta start with our guest.
Hi, I'm Cassidy.
You gotta talk up, baby girl.
I'm Cassidy.
Hello.
That's Cassidy.
Okay, we got our young voices in the house. Really, tonight.
young voices. Tell them how old you are.
Oh, I'm 15.
She's 15, out here on a podcast, serving on a panel about stuff about our country, y'all.
Hello.
How dope is that?
Yeah.
Okay. She goes.
Come on,
Okay.
Cassidy.
And so I also have
my baby girl,
our host,
Jamila, in the house. You know.
Hey, Amanda Michelle.
and it's your girl, Bay Holloway.
Hello.
And so now that we started some fireworks in this business, let's get things shaking for real. So speaking of getting things shaken, what about those earthquakes?
Oh my God!
Shaking the table.
Don't shake the table.
Now, let's take a look of the footage. Let's take a look at the footage that we have in reference to the earthquake in Southern California.
We're making sure that nothing is going to come down in the studio here.
And it is going for quite a bit, everybody. It continues
this is a very strong
rattle
earthquake.
pretty strong here.
8:21 here on the air. We're experiencing very strong shaking.
Wow.
I think we need to get under the desk.
All right, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back after this. Wow.
Oh my God! Nana! Oh my God! I got it all on video, dude. Oh my God!
The lights are swaying.
Alrighty, so what were you? Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was doing because this is my first earthquake ever.
Really?
Mine too.
Because I've only lived, if y'all know me, I've only lived in LA for 2 years, and any other time an earthquake has happened, I've been asleep. So this time I was like in the bathroom and I hadn't eaten all day. And so I thought I was lightheaded. You know how you drive in a car and other cars drive past and you think your car is moving? That's how I felt. So everything just started moving. I was like, I'm not even dizzy. and then I realized I'm not moving. Everything around me is moving. And I'm in the bathroom holding the walls. Like, it's earthquake. It's earthquake.
Oh my God.
I was scared too. It was my first earthquake as well. And I was actually in the bed. And at first I was like, is my bed moving?
Right.
And then the blinds started moving. I'm like, okay, it's an earthquake. And I remembered someone told me, get under like the doorpost when it's earthquake. Because I didn't know if it was going to take off or what. So I'm under the doorpost, FaceTiming somebody not even in California, like, girl, it is an earthquake. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what to do.
Right.
I was literally laying in the bed too, and I'm like, am I riding a wave? It literally felt like a wave motion that was just going. I'm just like, but I was chilling. I'm from LA, so.
Oh, you used to it. Mine was very light though, and even the second and the third one that they said came, I was like, they must don't come to the hood often because they didn't come. They didn't come to where I was.
It was real short.
Like,
Look,
but the second one was long.
The travel, I didn't feel the first one. The second one traveled all the way to Long Beach where I live. So I felt that one. It was shaking my whole bathroom.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was definitely scared because I've never really felt an earthquake in LA. And my mom was like, earthquake. And my cousin, I'm like, what? So she says, get under the doorpost, as you said. So we're sitting there. I'm like, okay, here it's coming, it's going. Like, it's still going. I'm like, it's still going. Oh, my gosh, it's still going. We
gonna die.
So I was like, oh, so this is the real earthquake.
So at school, we used to have, like, tornado drills. Do y'all have earthquake drills?
Yeah, we do, but we have drills, but, you know, what happened at school, earthquakes.
Okay.
In North Carolina, we used to have, like, you just shut down the school, and then everybody, like, all the bread and the milk would be gone. I don't know why. We never really
taking it to store.
It's not even like we use it. Like, we just end up with a bunch of milk and bread at the house. Like, what are we using this milk and bread for?
You can live on the bread and the milk, okay?
Emergency.
That's what you need.
Hello.
What about water?
Right, my mom called me. She was like, "Do you have water? Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't have enough water."
I didn't have a crumb in the house. I probably would have died if I couldn't get out of the house. Not a crumb.
I'm broke.
Okay, so listen, I'm about to shake things up even more with this one. Okay, y'all not ready for this juicy tidbit that has been jolting social media waves and shocking the hell out of fans and celebrities alike. Okay, so what do y'all have to say about your girl? Apryl Jones.
Bless it.
And
she looks good there.
Oh my goodness.
She looks good.
Has she lost it or what? What's going on?
She hasn't lost it in that picture, but mentally
oh yeah. You know, she's always been cute, but what's going on? So before you guys answer though,
I just want to see this. Like,
let's take a look. Let's take a look at this hot mess we about to look at right now.
Ooh, child.
It's crazy.
Ooh, child, the ghetto.
It's crazy.
You couldn't even get a celebrity the way y'all want to sit here and talk. Oh, celebrity. Yeah, I'm a celebrity because I'm a celebrity and because I became what y'all thought I wasn't going to become. So let me just say that. Yes, I'm a celebrity because of Mario. And I had 2 kids by him. And now little Fizz wants this. And because I'm a celebrity. And because the gang wants to this. And because ASAP wants to this. And because all these guys love this. That why get off my line? Because the main that you said had it. He doesn't have it anymore. Someone else does, and many others do. Because I said that I give it to a lot of people. Is what it is. Like, y'all act like I'm supposed to be sitting over here like, ew, I give it to one person. No, I give it to 20 people. This is on sale for 20 niggas. And guess what? Check.
You can see our faces. Well, all right.
Woo! I don't even know what to say.
She needs Jesus.
You can do whatever.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think she needs to be having sex with 20 men.
Yeah,
not at the same time. That's too much.
And then I said,
okay.
check.
It sounded like
that was too much. The little check,
baby.
Okay. What do you
think? But then again, I don't want to.
Yeah, I would like just to think if that was my mom because like, she has kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I see that because they're young and I was older and I was to see that video, I would honestly be embarrassed. I would ask, where were you, like, in your mindset?
She was drunk.
I mean, like, she had drunk, but like, still.
Been a speech
and we're saying she was drunk. We're just trying to please let it be.
This is not the first time.
I don't even see a drink in the video. I'm just hoping.
I'm gonna just need her to just go on a little hiatus and get it together.
But the problem with all of this is that she's having an issue with Omarion. Yeah.
So you guys, we all know she has 2 kids with Omarion already. So, however, she is now supposedly supposed to be pregnant by Lil Fizz.
And fix it, Jesus.
I don't even know.
Look at
okay,
that.
so
they on tour or was?
It's over.
Right. And I thought, I guess Omarion and Lil Fizz, they not.
The millennials.
They not friends and they're Moniece. I don't know.
Hold up.
What about all this? This is just a square, a triangle. It's too much. It's too much. So, speaking of Moniece Slaughter, I believe we have a video. Okay.
Hold up.
What
she said, hold up. K. Michelle said, when you drunk, the truth come out.
And let's be clear, this is K. Michelle, not K. Michelle, the singer. Let's just be
K. Michelle.
This is K. Michelle.
Say it right.
K. Michelle.
Hello. Okay, so let's take a look at this video so we can see exactly what Moniece Slaughter had to say.
Congratulations are in order for Apryl Jones and Teeny Fizzlepop on the announcement of their relationship / Congrats on moving into the new house together. Congrats on potentially getting married and having kids. And I could not wish for a better stepmother for my son. Just be a little more respectful and mind your business. And we can be the biggest, bestest blended family ever.
I don't know about y'all. It's like a bunch of lights in the studio, but I felt all that shade. Like,
All of it. I felt it.
I think she was absolutely serious. She does, want to congratulate the father of her child. April is setting a great example.
She said, I'm so thankful, okay? She said, this is going to be the best.
Yeah. Just be respectful, April. That's all Moniece asked for, okay?
Please don't let her push you, okay?
Y'all know Moniece can get crazy, so that was actually pretty tasteful.
Yeah.
That's sure for her. So she don't got no chill. Never.
So now moving right along to unscrupulous, immoral, and illegal behavior. Okay, producer. Billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein. Look at the with the salt and pepper.
The salt and pepper, baby.
With the salt and pepper. Convicted sex offender was arrested for allegedly sex trafficking of dozens of minors in New York and Florida between 2002 and 2005. Now, in a criminal indictment unsealed Friday, federal prosecutors claimed that Epstein lured underage girls as young as 14 to his luxurious homes in Manhattan and Palm Beach under the guise of paying them cash for massages.
Quote unquote.
He molested them and encouraged them to recruit other girls to return with them for a finder's fee. So the head fund manager, former ally of President Trump and Clinton, Trump and Clinton faced similar charges a decade ago, but escaped federal prison prosecution via a widely criticized, shockingly lenient plea deal.
Shout out to the white system.
Not very shocking.
Not very shocking.
It stays in check.
He was allowed to plead guilty on 2 counts of soliciting prostitution from a minor. Epstein was forced to register as a sex offender and sentenced to 18 months in prison, but he only served 13 months in all and got to spend 12 hours a day at an office 6 days a week as a part of his work release privileges.
Wow.
Now, Epstein's secret plea deal shielded him and 4 alleged accomplices from federal prosecution. The new charges against Epstein carry a 45 maximum sentence. The indictment implicates several of Epstein's employees who are accused of helping the billionaire arrange the encounters and ensuring that minor victims were available for encounters upon arrival in Florida, according to his indictment. So he was waiting for children.
Yeah.
Like just waiting for him. Oh my gosh. To be honest, like, a lot of times we blame the little girls for taking the money and, the finder's fee and all of that. But we have to think about girls who are in the foster care system.
Right, and they don't have anywhere to go.
Who don't have any food or money or whatever. And, there's a difference between sex trafficking and then, of course, soliciting yourself for sex in an instance of human trafficking and,
right,
just
volunteering.
Right.
And I feel like as a child, you don't have that mental capacity to think that way.
Right.
Yeah. And then you're suffering from most people are already suffering from traumas. So they're using this as a coping mechanism, not knowing that it's actually adding trauma on top of trauma,
Yeah.
What do you think, Cassidy?
I don't, like she was saying, they think that's like an outlet maybe to, like, as a foster child, probably be more, like,
have somewhere to go.
Or
like,
or
have
like,
somewhere to go.
They're getting
Have
money
somebody.
from this.
Yeah.
Right.
They're getting food from this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're getting money from this.
But then it's like people like that can prey on individuals of that sort. You feel me? They take advantage of that. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly who they're going to target because that's who's going to fall.
The problem that this falls into is not the problem of the it's not the problem of the child, and I almost want to say it's not even the problem of the pedophile, but it's the problem of our system.
Definitely.
Because our system congratulates this man basically and tells him, oh, boys will be boys, right. You know, those girls were asking for it, whatever.
Give them a slap on the wrist.
Exactly. And it's all about this system.
And not just our system, there's spirits on these people.
Right.
There's spirits on people. People, you know, that's kind of demonizing to want to do that to a child. And you have kids yourself. You've been a child yourself. There has to be something above just your thought process or something in you that's leading you to want to hurt kids or to gain whatever satisfaction you're looking for, because you're looking for something when you're doing
There was literally a bill that was petitioned to be passed that pedophilia was another sexual orientation. So
and
this
that's
is such
so
a
disrespectful.
Situation that is like, you know, and you can see who was you can see what type of people were signing over those bills. I mean, signing over that petition, you know, and it's definitely something that it reiterates, and it doesn't have, it's not punished enough, and it's not demonized enough.
But the thing is that we're we're getting men who are we are getting black men who are in jail for minor drug charges of marijuana, going to jail for 25 plus years.
Welcome to being black.
Hello.
And then we have a man who is just continuously molesting children, and it's just like, oh, you get some community service.
It's white privilege at its finest, okay?
Like, we haven't even talked about this. This is honestly my first time hearing about this.
Yeah.
Like, my first time processing that this person is continuously, Epstein is just continuously talking about it. Meanwhile, we talk about, like, Chris Brown's one situation.
And the bad thing about it is, like, Epstein is
over.
not the only one.
Exactly.
This is just one person.
Okay, so you know we can't leave this topic just yet because more information has been revealed with respect to Epstein's relationship with our president.
45.
Hello, young 45. According to Good Morning America, in 2002, President Trump described Epstein as a terrific guy, okay, who's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. So you know what that means. So he admitted to it. Per the Times, in 1992, Trump directed Florida businessman George Heraney, who would later accuse Trump of sexually harassing his former girlfriend and business partner Jill Harth, to organize a members-only Calendar Girl competition at Mar-a-Lago. After Heraney arranged to have 28 contestants fly in, he told The Times in an interview Monday he discovered that there would be only 2 attendees. It was Trump and Epstein. Hello. Heraney recalled, I said, Donald, this is supposed to be a party with VIPs. You're telling me it's just you and Epstein? So this is not the first time we have heard rumors or seen incriminating pictures of President Trump. Well, what are you guys' thoughts?
Well, we have actually one of our viewers, D Span, is saying it's not demonized enough. This society continues to accept more and more ungodly behaviors, desensitization people to these horrible acts, and opening the doors for these demons to freely walk the earth.
Absolutely.
And it goes to show from our leadership.
Yeah.
We need to just show more accountability.
Yeah.
Not even as that drastic, but just show more accountability to these men. Shame these men.
Right.
Put them. There
just
should
like
be
how
like
Dr. Hardiman said how they do black people. They demonize it when it's
when it's black people, but that's what white privilege is. They're not going to put that in the media enough. They already have a stigma, and they're not going to categorize
the same way they say we have a thug who was walking past the grocery store. They say we have this young white graduate who killed a few students.
Right.
But it's okay.
Right.
Mental health for sure.
And it literally, just how she said, it desensitizes us to things. Like, we look at it, it numbs us. You feel me? It's something that we already expect because we're so used to it, and the system definitely continues to perpetuate it.
It's to the point to where if we watch our black men or black women getting killed on our phone, we just kind of look at it. We don't
even know what to do.
We don't even
getting killed. We record it now.
Yeah,
that's how desensitized.
Literally,
we are.
It's sickening, but that's what also the media it's doing. That's what
that's
purpose
been
is
the
for.
purpose of the media.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So
let's move on, girl. I'm getting
now.
upset.
Since the indictment, authorities have discovered incriminating evidence, including thousands of the sexually explicit photos of underage girls. Epstein's friends who visited him in his homes, partied on his yachts, and took trips abroad with him have all distanced themselves from their once loved and cherished confidant. Here are some of those who have turned their backs on him, and rightfully so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there goes Bill. Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew.
Wow.
Ooh. Alec Baldwin. Singer Jimmy Buffett.
Ooh.
Industrialist. Who's that? Henry Kissinger. Florida businessman George Horney also.
But
Harani.
You know what's funny though? It's because Trump is not up there. He wasn't up there.
He's still his friend.
Exactly. And knowing that he's our president, that really gives us that he's associated with that man. That gives us a chance to. He's already gave us reasons to question his character.
We've already questioned his character.
That part, and then I think it's at a point now to where these people knew. I'm not saying all of them. But I'm saying you're trying to distance yourself once it hits the media.
Right, because they don't want it to come after them. They don't want their money to be at stake. They don't want their well-being to be at stake.
If you spend all of this time on private yachts with somebody you knew, one of them had to know.
Somebody knew.
Somebody knew.
Dr. Hardman said, we see how they tore down Bill Cosby and put him in the media forefront. You have to search for information on Matt Lawyer, Horn Weinstein, etc. Hello.
Of course.
Yeah. I forgot all about Matt, actually. He got fired and everything, but that's it.
Right. They didn't put it in the media. They're not going to even put that in our brains to continue. They want us to be silenced. You feel me? They don't want us to know certain things. So it's they're not going to tell us. So
that's why we're here. Young Voices Making Choices is letting you guys know what's really going on.
Because we need to know, and y'all need to know. So what a great way to seg into our next topic, also involving President Trump. So because of him, we all know that home sweet home, as we knew it in America, may never be the same.
Oh, child.
But now one of America's favorite stores is at the center of a boycott because its CEO gave public endorsement to President Trump. As a result, there has been a mass cry for Americans who knew better to do better and boycott Home Depot, y'all. So let's hear what people are saying.
A Home Depot co-founder says he'll support President Trump in 2020, and some customers aren't happy. In fact, they're so mad they are now calling for a boycott. Generally speaking, would you boycott a company that supports a candidate you do not like?
All right, Sam, this is a real one. Okay, let's get to it. Bobby from Facebook says, there we go. I try to base my opinion solely on the candidate's words and actions. I still have to buy things. I can't afford to go to expensive stores because of a political boycott.
Yeah. Well, Catherine from Facebook says, I will spend more money at Home Depot. Thanks for the great news. Okay, Catherine, you do you. But I think that that's a really great example of that's how you determine where you're going to spend your money based on what you believe in. When you have a boycott, that's the whole point of a boycott. People can either spend their money or they don't. And if they do, then people kind of know where the majority.
Interesting. Right. So I saw that even though he's the co-founder of Home Depot, he's retired. He's no longer with Home Depot, and it's supposedly not a reflection of Home Depot's views. They don't get into political things.
Of course they would say
that.
That's
what they said. Please don't involve us in things that we don't involve ourselves
AKA, please keep coming and shopping with us, although we're spending all your money with Trump.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Americans.
Because even if he isn't currently working for Home Depot anymore, all CEOs own a share of the company. So the money that he's using is still Home Depot's money.
Speak on it.
So that's all.
Yeah.
I might still go to Home Depot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I rarely ever shop there, but
I ain't got a house.
I might still.
I need some paint.
I might go.
Y'all got an apartment depot?
I still go to Chick-fil-A.
A room?
Real, so
a room depot.
That's our problem.
All right, so let's see what's been popping lately, okay? On the forefront are 2 hot new movies coming out this summer that are already drawing the oohs, ahs, and nays, because it's always a hater. First, the much anticipated remake of Lion King with an awesome black cast.
Hello.
That includes, let's see the video. Who do we have for Lion King? Okay, Donald Glover,
Beyonce. It's Lady.
Yes, Seth Rogen, Eric Andre, Alfred Woodard, that's a Robbie, Shade Wright Joseph as young Nyla, J.D. McCrary as young Simba, and of course we got James Earl Jones as Mufasa.
Yes,
everybody thought he wasn't gonna be on there because he wasn't in the picture, but we knew who else was gonna play Mufasa. Okay. Anyway, the other movie receiving a surplus of attention right now is The Little Mermaid.
Yes,
y'all already know. People. Yes, Disney executives probably never imagined that they would get the racist backlash that they've received and the resistance to their casting African-American singer, musician, and actress. Let's put some respect on it. Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
I'm sorry, Halle Bailey.
All right, so Twitter,
as the Little Mermaid.
Twitter went through a whole uproar because apparently Halle Berry.
Yeah, she was trending.
Got unrightfully
tagged. She was Little Mermaid mama or something.
Because somebody said Halle Berry's face when she realized that y'all don't know how to spell and her name is trending.
Like, that's crazy.
That's so horrible.
Look, as a result, Halle has been insulted and endured racist comments. She has also received a surplus of support, however, even from the original Little Mermaid, Jodie Benson. Now, if Jodie Benson can support it, everybody else can too.
And whoever's hating too.
Right. This is what Jodie said. She said, I think that the spirit of a character is what really matters. What you bring to the table in a character as far as their heart and their spirit is what really counts. No matter what we look like on the outside, no matter our race, our nation, or the color of our skin, our dialect, whether I'm tall or thin, whether I'm overweight or underweight, or my hair is whatever color, we really need to tell the story. And as an actress, I absolutely agree. Because it doesn't matter. I mean, she was a fish. She's a mermaid. She could be black, white, blue, yellow. As long as she's giving the essence of the mermaid, and obviously she did. Disney's not just going to pick somebody.
Right.
And be like, okay, you can be the mermaid. She had to do really good. You know, she deserved it.
And you know, whenever somebody black is winning, it's always a hater that got something to say. So,
y'all arguing about the ethnicity of a fish.
What? Yeah, they had a Facebook group. Like, that's not my Little Mermaid. Facebook group.
Like,
make Little Mermaid white again.
She was never white. She just looked white. Like, she was a fish. She can't even walk. She didn't even go where.
This Little Mermaid is black, okay?
Yeah.
So, hello.
Yeah, so it's good to see someone that represents you, and it allows you to want to chase your dreams and know that this is actually possible for me to do. If I ever wanted to play Little Mermaid, I could do it because someone black is also playing Little Mermaid. Like, it's just important to have that representation out there.
At all times. At all times. I agree.
So, how do you feel about it?
I'm proud. I think it's another stone, like a stepping stone for us, and I'm happy that Disney was so cool with it, and that the last Little Mermaid is supporting it. So
absolutely,
that's awesome.
You have it there. She could be the next Little Mermaid. You just never know.
And we need more black representation in all facets, so we can always be able to look up to something.
Exactly,
like,
and not even just black, like
people of color,
just people of color in
people
general.
Of color.
I want to see an Asian Little Mermaid. I want to see. Don't mess with any races though, like Mulan, Pocahontas. Leave them alone because they're culturally inept.
But
Cinderella, she could be black. She could be Asian.
Like, she don't have to be white. Snow White, her last name White, but that don't mean she is.
She could be. She could definitely be Asian.
No, yeah,
she could definitely be Asian.
She's just a girl out there eating an apple. You know, it's okay.
It is okay.
So more on trending news that should not be ignored. Have you guys seen a video? Speaking of white, have you seen the video of the police officer who had been planting those types of drugs on unsuspected motorists during routine traffic stops?
A mess.
So Zach Wester, 26 years old, has been a member of the Florida Police Department for 2 years. He was arrested on felony charges of racketeering, official misconduct, fabricating evidence, possession of a controlled substance, and false imprisonment. You have got to see this one. I don't even have any words. Like, let's just have a look at the video.
Okay, really?
Yeah. So basically what happened was that he it was a routine traffic stop. He had held the drugs and pulled it out and then said, hey, this is the drugs or whatever. Now, because of this whole issue, it brings up to the fact of, like, if you remember, as being, like, people of color, we've always heard about the cops planting drugs. This, for instance, was with a white woman that he planted drugs on. So I honestly think it's interesting that the first time we actually have a video of planting drugs that has gone national news.
It was white.
A white
right.
woman.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Because this has been something that has been going on.
To black people for years.
Right. And it's still going on.
People. We don't trust black people.
Right.
Of course
they said we need a reliable source. Where is the source at?
He didn't even know. Speaking of which,
why you ain't got nothing to do?
Mila's sweet crafty mom says he recorded himself.
Yeah, K. Michelle said, did he forget the camera was on? I just think he had white privilege in his head, and, like, even if it is, my white friends back at the police department,
love this.
They gonna love
but the way he carefully held it was as if he knew that the camera was on, so he was trying to slide it without them noticing.
How could he
because that
I see,
video
they
right
have to
there,
wear body cams, huh?
Yeah, that video was slow motion. In the faster version, it just looks like, you know, you had to slow that down and see that he's holding his hand like this. And then you see the bit of white.
But, like, what's its motive? Like, what is worth the risk?
I think the motive is that these police officers get incentive for every person that they imprison.
Yeah, for sure.
So when they get higher drug crimes, they get more money that comes to these privately owned prisons, and then these people who do these drug busts get actually bonuses and promotions. So it's supposed to be giving them incentive to find it, but really it's just giving them incentive to cheat the game.
Well, if they gonna cheat the game, I'd rather them be like Training Day. Just take the drugs away from people when you actually find drugs and keep them and do whatever you're gonna do instead of planting them on people. Like, that's just messed up.
Yeah,
messing
but you
with
never know.
life like that.
It's for sure somebody behind
We
you.
need to remove incentives for drug busts. And maybe that'll, I don't know.
Yeah. He was getting paid something.
I'm sick of it.
Mila Sweet Crafty Mom said, plus a lot of these officers do not make a lot of money. Yeah. Sorry.
So that's a motive as well. Money is always a motive, I guess.
That's their motive.
Yeah.
Period. So this week, we want to showcase someone who is amongst the talented 10th. This person is using his time, talent, abilities, and treasures to make a difference in the lives of others. Young Voices Making Choices would like to recognize and salute former NFL tight end and children's book author Martellus Bennett. Hello. Okay. So Martellus Bennett is toughing the hearts and impacting the minds of the young and old alike with Dear Black Boys. Here's a brief clip of Bennett speaking with a group of young black men and males.
Think, black boy, think. For your mind is your greatest tool. See, some of y'all think it's y'all footwork. Some of y'all think it's your biceps. Your Black Boy is about empowering the youth to think differently, to think more, to find value in themselves. To change the way the society sees us, we have to change the way that we see ourselves.
Registering their outrage over the shooting death of Alton Sterling by two Baton
I was watching the Alton Sterling news, there was basically the first draft of Dear Black Boy was written when I was watching that news. It was more of me screaming at the moment. The game of life is the one game they don't think we can win. But this must be the greatest game ever played. Even if you go to the library now, there's not books that's written for black boys. I want black boys to understand, like, this is for you, it's by you, and it looks just like you. I use the game. The game didn't use me. I got everything out the game. The game still wants more from me. They still calling me. Most guys don't really get everything out of the game, but the game is guaranteed to get everything they can out of you. Use the sport, use it as a tool. Don't become that tool. When I talk to the older kids about Dear Black Boy, I want them to understand the history and where we come from, who paved the way for us, and where we're trying to go. The older kids seem to be a little set in the idea of becoming a full-time athlete and making it to the league. I'm not here to kill dreams. I'm here to build other dreams and help them dream bigger dreams. You are great. You're geniuses. You're entrepreneurs. You're architects. You're dreamers. And never stop dreaming and never stop creating. I'm looking forward to see the way that you change the world, and I'm waiting for that flying car. Sincerely, Marty.
love that.
Black men doing great things.
Honestly, that is like so needed. I mean, my passion for African Americans in general, and especially African American young men, is just something that's like that.
It's a soft spot.
It's such a soft spot, and it hits, and that hit home because honestly, to see a black man wanting to mentor, that's so important. And I don't think. I don't think that we know how important that is. You know, a lot of households lack black men and men in general. There's so many different things that play into it. So to have a man write a book and to be mentoring young black men is everything because, you know, they are kings and they go through a lot just within education systems, police brutality. We're so desensitized to everything that's within the media that's stigmatizing it even more. It's just like...
Yeah, and it shows that it's cool to read. Because some guys, black guys, like, I'm not reading a book. That's lame. You know, it don't look good to the girls. But no, it's actually cool to read. This NFL star wrote a book.
Right.
Like, he's an author. Right. We like that.
It's sexy.
It's sexy.
Hello.
So, a man with a book is sexy. I don't care.
No.
Listen, a man with a book and a bankroll. Okay.
I'll take both.
All right. What do you think about that?
I think I'm really happy that he's doing this. I think I would like to see more of this. And since you know how he was talking to all of our black youth, the males, I want to see that. Like, he should go on a book tour to different schools.
Definitely.
I would definitely like to see that at my school for the boys there. Just all around LA and
Do you think that's something needed for the girls as well?
Yeah, we could see like to understand more, maybe to get an insight on
the male,
male perspective. So
absolutely, I think that's important, you know, and especially because he's targeting young black male youth too, and to try to hit a soft spot when a lot of times, you know, they don't even get a chance to be looked at as youth. You know, a lot of times they're in school, they're getting punished as if they're like a grown adult, like they don't know any better. So to have somebody that wants to write a book that's targeting specifically them, I think that's it's needed. It's definitely needed within education. That needs to be everywhere. I agree on the
and like
book
he said, by us.
Yeah,
it's a book by a black man for black men.
Yes.
So that's just a better incentive to want to read it as well.
So we want to see that book tour, Marty. Okay,
right? Cassidy said it here first. Okay,
so
listen,
where you at?
He's actually not the only noteworthy person. We have another individual worthy of recognition as a member of the talented 10th, and he's my cousin, Jaden Smith. My name's Amanda Smith, if you didn't know. There's Jaden. That's Will and Jada's son. On his 21st birthday, Jaden Smith decided to bless homeless Los Angeles residents with free food. You heard it right, free food. Free $3.99.
And it was good.
Yes, and we have a video clip showing what he did.
Oh. Well, that's just the picture.
Jaden. No video. Okay, we got a picture though.
Yes, it's called the I Love You. It's called the I Love You restaurant. He has been basically going around Skid Row giving out food to the homeless on Skid Row, and he did that for his birthday as giving back to the homeless in the downtown downtown LA area.
And it's good food and it's healthy. It's not like crap, you know.
And you get to see Jaden Smith. Right. Well, you got to see him on the first day. He might not be there. But you know,
but get that good food.
And that's another black boy doing good stuff.
Of course.
All right, come on.
Now,
so shout out.
Yes, and trending in the area of health, since you did speak about good food and good health, has been the first U.S. baby born from a transplanted of the uterus of a deceased donor.
Wow.
Now, these types of transplants were pioneered in Sweden, where the first successful procedure was performed 5 years ago. The Cleveland Hospital said Tuesday that the baby girl was born this June.
Wow.
Well, congratulations to you guys.
That's amazing for medicine.
Yeah, it's a big breakthrough.
Yes, I mean, just to think about, I used to be a fan of Mary Jane and then Gabrielle Union and people like that who suffer from infertility. This is a breakthrough for them.
Yeah,
you know?
and this clinic has done 5 uterus transplants so far, and 3 have been successful, with 2 women waiting to attempt pregnancies with the new woman.
Wow, that is amazing.
Beautiful, yes.
It is beautiful. I have one question, and I just feel like it's because it's gonna happen with our viewers, and I'm not neither here nor there when it comes to the subject. But you know, do you think that in the possibility of the future that these deceased uteruses could be used for members of the trans community?
That's something Cassidy actually brought up earlier.
You said that?
Yeah, I said that. I was like, wow, they're going to be...
It's definitely probably going to be in the works, but as long as it took to work it out for women, I think it's going to be a while, if ever possible. And I'm going to just say that I hope it doesn't work out, honestly. I'm sorry.
I definitely think they will.
That's a lot.
I think it's a thing within medicine that'll definitely be tried for sure. I think that's something that's very interesting. It's a very interesting topic, and it's a very sensitive.
That's why it's
let's take it back to the women.
Yeah,
take it back to the women.
I don't know. I mean, it's real though.
Technically speaking, trans women are women. They're just not female. But the only difference is with female is that you have to have the anatomy of it. So it's kind of hard.
I think it would give them an opportunity of a lifetime to feel exactly how they would. I mean, how they feel on the inside.
I think we will be headed to Sodom and Gomorrah when that starts to happen. I think we need a little help.
Now, speaking of Sodom and Gomorrah and living hell, this video, well, as you guys know, we do stream on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube at Young Voices Making Choices. Subscribe, hit that button.
Like the bell so you don't miss nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Hit that link, share it on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. But speaking of YouTube, so there's a situation going on in social media world where you know what? Let's just go to the clip and I'll explain it later.
What is it, girl?
I get it to the door.
He appears to be African American.
Appears to be African American.
I don't know, 30s.
35, software engineer.
Pink polo shirt and a Yankees cap.
All good, all good. Software engineer, brother.
Yep.
Pink polo shirt, and tennis shoes, jeans, You have to be here for when they call him.
He's filming me and refusing to leave. He's saying I'm going to be the next person on TV.
Yes, sir. You don't remember this? The girl that was told? He's married. Wow. You know that's illegal now, right?
5'10", 47, 0722.
Yeah, that's illegal to call cops on African Americans.
He said he's waiting for a friend, and I asked him to dial on the call box, and he said he would not. So I have no way to know if his friend is actually here.
Yeah, so I'm here to just rob whatever. A mailbox?
I'm just asking you for your friend's name.
I don't go. I don't have to tell you.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, he can hear me. I'm pretty sure he can.
No, he's not on. As far as I can tell.
Let's go.
Listen to your son. Walk away. I will stop this.
Yeah.
I'll stop the recording.
I agree.
Yeah,
Let's go, Dad. Let's go now. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. Hi, Kathy.
Told you.
I love you, baby.
Let's go now.
It took you so long to get here.
Daddy, look what you've gotten us into. Let's go.
My friend is handicapped. Just give me 1 second while you be an asshole to in front of your kid. Okay? Remember, I'm recording you. I'm recording you.
Go ahead. Record.
All right, I'm recording you.
Hey, don't use that language in front of children.
Oh, well, it was your fault for bringing him out here in the first place. I told you, that's his son.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually here.
Yeah, he's actually here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording you.
He refused to identify.
Yeah.
And now he's filming me.
Look at you.
What are you doing?
Look at you.
Stop filming.
Look at you.
Take your phone away from me.
If you touch.
Good job. And that's that on that.
So let me
oh my goodness.
So that man who is sent calling what do we call him? Doorman Dave.
Doorman Dave.
His real name is Christopher Cooker. He has since deleted all of his social media accounts. However, Black Twitter came through the rescue and has stated that he is a U.S. Davis Graduate School of Management, studied classics at Princeton University,
established,
and went to Berkeley High School. However, he is also an executive at YouTube.
Oh, are you now?
Black Twitter, do your thing.
Dormant Dave. Please do your thing, because you know they find
and device partnerships.
What's wrong with them? Like, why do they feel that it's their duty, their obligation to patrol the sidewalks and the doors and the grass lots?
And I just don't understand.
I don't need you, sir.
I just don't understand.
I'm here to rob the mailbox.
I just don't understand the need to feel like we are like if you demand to know my business,
right?
Like they feel like if they say it, then we have to give
privilege.
it, right? Like
that privilege.
I'm just asking you who your friend is.
You
don't have to open my mouth to
who are you? I don't need to say anything to you.
Right,
okay.
Exactly. What would you do if someone just approached you and asked you all your business?
Excuse me, why are you so worried about what I'm doing?
Right.
How about you tend to your child? How about that?
And then the worst part, his child. I've kind of blurred the video, but it's still kind of you can see, but. His child is Asian American. And the fact that, this child is a person of color and realizes the discrimination, he looks no older than like 6 years old. And he's like, Dad, this is...
Let it go. Like, it's fine. You're doing too much. In other words, embarrassed.
So embarrassed.
You're doing too much.
Bless his heart.
So... I'm going to just have to end on that because I'm tired.
Thanks, Doorman Dave. We need you.
Mr. Executive on YouTube. Watch out now. Black Twitter might get you. Okay? So I hate to bring you to this mood right now, but I have to do it. Millennials lost one of our very own this week. Cameron Boyce. May he rest in peace.
Little chocolate chip face.
I know. He died just this July 6th from an epileptic seizure. Condolences to Cameron's family. He is survived by his mother, father, sister, and we just want to say, please rest in peace. God.
Yes. He was a beautiful soul.
He so was. He was. He was literally his smile, and I just remember him on all like the Disney Channel shows and everything.
I didn't know he had a voice like that.
Oh my God,
his voice is beautiful. I've never seen like his.
But every Disney Channel kid can sing.
Yeah,
I don't know why y'all that shocked.
My friend is like China McClain, and she can sing.
Yeah,
she took it really hard too.
They did, and I think his because if you remember, his grandmother was a part of the Clinton. 9, I believe, the first segregated students to go into a school. Wow. And he talked a lot about how his black heritage, brought him to where he's at now.
Right.
So it's interesting for the people. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he was such a kind soul. I wish I would have got a chance to meet him.
Same.
I grew
we'll
up
meet again.
Watching
he had a great spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you guys. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. So until next time, please be safe and make sure you make those wise choices. Okay? Level up, y'all.
Yes, we out.